LEGO have these things called catalogs. They include every single set that's available, and when I was a kid with no job, no money, and no prospects, I used to love circling all of the sets that I wanted. There's such a diversity of sets which LEGO used to make from dozens of themes, which as a kid I absolutely loved. However, basically all of the themes which I loved have been cancelled by LEGO, making them impossible to get. But the other day my dad messaged me and said that there was a LEGO convention happening where they would be selling loads of old LEGO sets, and yes, that set is $800. eBay is a man's best friend, so I bought several sets from my childhood that I was unable to get for one reason or another to finally relive being a kid again, and this time do what I was never able to do: be financially irresponsible. So growing up in the 2010s, it was a time of experimentation for LEGO. They threw basically everything at the wall and just tried loads of stuff, which also meant trying loads of different franchise tie-ins, like for example, Toy Story. Growing up, I absolutely loved Toy Story, and by far my favourite character was Buzz Lightyear. And back in 2010, LEGO released a load of Toy Story sets, including what was in this box here, a LEGO buildable Buzz Lightyear. He cannot in fact fly, it looks like. My favourite character growing up, finally in LEGO. I used to take this thing literally everywhere with me, and now it's combining my two favourite things. This is actually like crazy. The Buzz Lightyear was kind of banged up, understandably, because, you know, it's 15 years old, but it is so nostalgic to me. Even though the instructions weren't actually in this set, you could still even get them online, which is amazing. I really wish I got that Emperor's Zurg, but at the LEGO convention, it was $70. But I went ahead and got building this thing up, which was an absolute blast because it gave me this guy here. His wings literally open up, and he's got like all of the cool details that they had on Buzz Lightyear from the films and on the toys. It even comes with one of the little Toy Story aliens. I mean, God, how cool is this? Bro, it's literally LEGO Buzz Lightyear. This is so cool. The wings come up and down and everything. He's got the laser on his arm he can shoot from the movie. I would have absolutely loved this as a kid, you know, swooshing this around, playing with it just like in the film. This just takes me straight back. I had so many fond memories as a kid of like watching Toy Story, playing with my Toy Story toys. It was just absolute peak childhood. Honestly, considering this thing came out in 2010, it looks really good and holds up very well. I mean, having this set not only fulfills like a childhood dream of mine in getting it, but it also means I can relive a childhood memory of just sitting down watching Toy Story and just playing with my Buzz Lightyear toy. They don't make movies like this anymore. They don't make LEGO sets like this anymore. LEGO, you need to bring this back. Alright, so, growing up, I used to absolutely love, like, these mech action figure kind of LEGO sets. And for some reason, LEGO just made absolutely tons of them, so I got some cool things. At the convention, I actually ended up getting myself this Hero Factory here, as well as this buildable Joker. These guys look awesome. First up is this Hero Factory here, Breeze 2.0. Now, I absolutely loved Hero Factory growing up. Basically, the idea was that you built your own heroes, and, you know, you could combine all of the different sets and make whoever you wanted. I absolutely loved these, and I have such good memories of going to Legoland with my dad and creating my own guys. Just opening this thing up brought back so many different memories. Like, what is this head? But after building this thing up quite quickly, you're able to see why Hero Factory is insane, and if you disagree, then you're wrong. Breeze just looks absolutely sick. She is one of the best Hero Factory characters. I love the fact that she's got like the green and orange color scheme. Got the bit of armor that says Breeze 2.0 in it, just in case you're not able to tell. And these things are so insanely posable. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how amazing these were as a kid to be able to play with alongside your friends. You could do literally anything with these guys that you wanted. She's got these two weapons on the side as well, and it was great to relive my childhood, taking this thing out in the wild and making it fight this like ladybug thing. It's so fun, so inventive, and like so nostalgic. LEGO, why did you cancel this? And because the idea of buildable figures was so good, LEGO decided to release loads of other buildable characters for all loads of like superheroes and stuff, including the Joker. Like, bro, look at this guy's head. That is terrifying. Again, I managed to download the instructions online, so that was an absolute win because this guy is so insanely cool. Obviously, he's got a super creepy face, but he's also got this gun, which looks pretty lethal. I mean, the Joker is one of the most horrific, terrible characters in all of fiction, so I don't really know why we've got a children's toy of him, but he's got the purple and orange color scheme, as well as like these pieces on the back to represent some sort of cape. It's so inventive. They really went to town on this thing. And obviously alongside him, they made loads of others. Like, you've got Captain America, Iron Man, Batman, like Hulk. I don't need another like 18 plus $500 Venator. I just need a $10 action figure, please. I mean, all three of these sets so far have really captured the essence of old Lego sets. They're fun, colourful, and also super smart, because look at this thing that Breeze is holding. I mean, come on, she's correct. You should subscribe. But one of the things that made the 2010s so good for Lego was the fact that they just made tons of Lego TV shows. One of these such TV shows was for Atlantis. Now, this was a theme based on like these underwater rides. There was even a ride for it at Legoland, and it includes some of the coolest sets ever. And completely unrelated to that, I also got this box here, which, I wonder what's going to be in that. Here we go. Dude, oh my goodness me. Atlantis. This is so cool. This is crazy. Bro, I'm gonna cry. We've got clutch powers on the side here. The Lego Club logo. Just wow. This is the Typhoon Turbo sub from 2010, which only went for $25. I mean, these sets are so reasonable compared to nowadays. When I bought this guy on eBay, the listing literally showed that it was already like built and used, but the box that I got was completely sealed. And it included not only the pieces, but also the really old instruction manual, which had all of the sets listed at the back, which just takes me back. As well as these 3D glasses, which, okay, we'll get to them later. Because building this guy up was an absolute ball. It is such an awesome ship with a great play feature where you can, like, pull this trigger and all of the, like, engines flip over to release guns. And I personally just really like the, like, red and green color scheme. They're not doing anything too crazy, keeping it simple, it just looks good. We, of course, get ourselves some great minifigures. We get this guy here in his scuba costume, as well as the shark guy who's holding one of the, like, Atlantis collectible pieces. I've got so many good memories of, like, me and my friends playing these Atlantis sets, and this just takes me back so much. And if you grab the shark guy and place him down, you can actually use him as target practice, which, you know, maybe don't show this to David Attenborough. Alright, so I want to see if the Atlantis website is actually still up. I'm not particularly hopeful about that, but glasses on. Oh, this is gonna make me feel sick. Alright, so I managed to find it. I'm gonna just go ahead and, like, is it jumping out? Whoa! This is not actually working. That's painful. I mean, I'm not really sure if that was how it was supposed to work, but I definitely know that these are 100% waterproof. Okay, maybe not. But you might have noticed that on all of these sets, they mentioned something called Lego Club. This was a Lego magazine that you used to get like once every 3 months, and the mascot of this magazine was Max. Now, when I was at the convention, I managed to find one of these Max minifigures, and this, again, is another one of my childhood dreams, because I used to love this series of magazines, but this is too sacred to open, so I just decided to try and, like, build it within the pack. Bring back Lego Club. It was so good. But to try and cheer myself up, I went ahead and made another irresponsible purchase. Alright, here we go. It's Lego Dino. You can see where I tried to cut into the box to see what set it was. Whoops. This was a great theme back in the day. Basically, this was like Jurassic Park before Jurassic Park existed. You had all of these like dino hunters and their really cool vehicles where they'd go around, hunt T-Rexes and Raptors. In this thing, I basically got like 3 different bags which contained all of the pieces. I managed to get the instructions online again, so we were ready to go. In this thing, I got myself this little truck here for the dino hunters to go in. This raptor who looks absolutely great, as well as this little area here. Not to mention these 2 minifigures who honestly look slightly hungover. The truck is genuinely great. I love the fact that it's got huge wheels like a 4x4, and when you put everything together, it honestly looks like a really substantial set, considering the fact, again, this was $25. Lego would definitely charge like $50 now. Dude, this box is like super nostalgic to me. Like a fun dinosaur theme with cool bright colors, none of this boring box art. You can pop this guy in the front here and this guy in the back seat here, so he can control this arm here, which has like a chicken leg on the side of it, which is of course to lure the dino to his demise. It's a bit morbid. Can we get some RIPs in chat for this dinosaur, please? Yeah, let's move on. Every kid loves dinosaurs, loves Lego, and loves hunting, I guess, so I suppose you could probably use this set to, you know, take out into your garden and hunt dinosaurs. Now, all of these sets so far had already exceeded my expectations. I mean, as a kid, I would have been absolutely freaking out if I knew that I was going to get my hands on these. And kind of the main reason that I missed out on a lot of them was because this was around the time Ninjago came out, out. And of course, if you know me, you know that I like Ninjago. But it also meant that I missed out on all of these forgotten LEGO themes. But Ultra Agents was just one of those themes where, like, every single set was just so cool as a kid. They had spies, awesome vehicles, whatever this thing is. One of the things I loved about them as a kid was the fact that you could get loads of exclusive Ninjago pieces like Zane's hair, as well as the elemental masters. Like, you've got the Invisible Man, you've got Zane's hairpiece, as well as Tox, one of the elemental masters, and a minifigure that we didn't actually get for Ninjago until very recently. So I grabbed something to open the box with and opened this thing up. Oh my days, this takes me back. Oh dude, look at that box. This is known as Toxicita's Toxic Meltdown. It came out in 2014 and retailed for $35. Insane. And like, the box art really just shows you why LEGO was so good back in the day. The box includes these 2 bags of pieces as well as the instructions. I mean, just flicking through these things is pure nostalgia. Like, look how fun these are. I started out with building this little station here, which was, you know, pretty interesting, I guess. I imagine it was some kind of, like, research facility. I mean, if you put a minifigure here, turn him around, he can enter into this, like, super secret area where they're trying to, like, protect this crystal. I don't know, maybe it's kryptonite or something. It's even got this play feature where you can try and steal it. So I presume this is what Tox is trying to take. But I was also able to build this helicopter here for Tox, and this thing is amazing. You've got space to put minifigures in the side, and, like, obviously we get Tox, who is absolutely ridiculous to have, because this is a minifigure that's quite expensive online, and I never thought I was going to get my hands on. We, of course, get other minifigures as well, like this guy who has a shield and like, a chainsaw for some reason. This guy with, like, a fedora on. I don't know who he is. And this guy who works in the research lab and doesn't look very happy. The main play feature here is that you can just pull these things and drop loads of toxic bombs on the floor. I mean, you can use this thing for, like, literally anything, whether it's trying to, like, steal this weird diamond thing or just, like, literally take it outside, fly it around. I don't know, the possibilities are kind of endless. And that generally, to me, is the sense that I get with all of these nostalgic sets. They really kind of, like, invite imagination. I mean, even now, as a 20-year-old guy who's lost most of my imagination that I had when I was a kid, I can just see these things and see the possibilities. I mean, playing with this thing, creating my own storylines, and doing absolutely whatever I wanted, because that is what LEGO is for.